Hey everybody, it's Mama. Welcome back to Mama's Woody Tarot. So today we are doing a deep dive into Jennie from BLACKPINK. I've already done Rose and Lisa. This is Jennie, and then of course next week I will post Jisoo, and that should wrap up all of the ladies, and then we will move into Mama Moo because I want to look into those ladies as well. But let's not waste any time. Let's jump right in, starting with her outer personality. So for Jennie's outer personality, we have Cobweb coming out in reverse. It says protected from negative forces beyond your control. We have July. Cup, you should accept valid criticism coming out sideways. We have Ring, a marriage will take place, either romantic or business, coming out sideways. We have Hills, obstacles to overcome, coming out in reverse. Whoa. Firecracker, excitement in reverse. Axe, forces working against you in reverse. And marriage coming out sideways. So as far as her outer personality, they're saying that she deals with a lot of people not liking her. First of all, a lot of people judging her, criticizing her, saying that she's not a good person, she's not truly who she says she is, kind of thing. With this Ring and Cup in July, it's like people are trying to say she puts on an image of being so sweet and being so nice, but that she deep down possibly has a duality to her where she's actually a mean person. She actually might work against you, or with this firecracker coming out in reverse, be really mean and angry, and like have like the negative side of those fire sign kind of emotions, instead of being like and excited and excitable and invigorated and all of that kind of stuff and motivated. They're saying that she comes off as the bad side of a firecracker, right? Like they're saying that she has that firecracker personality, and that a lot of people tend to judge her very harshly and criticize her as well. Though, as far as her outer personality, feels like she always has to look over her shoulder. She's very negative, very pessimistic, not very trusting, or feeling like people are trustworthy. She's kind of always me with this obstacles to overcome, feeling like she's always going through something, she's always struggling. She's unfortunately having to deal with people working against her that she might not want to work with this axe, or like with this marriage coming out sideways, dealing with bad partners, bad lovers, dealing with issues when it comes to just partnerships and relationships, and feeling like she hasn't gotten good partners or good relationships, whether that's in romance or in business, like it says. So this is really interesting because she thinks that it's other people. She's pointing the finger, saying that other people have treated her bad, and she's always looking over her shoulder, and she has people being negative towards her, and that there's always these negative forces beyond her control that she can't deal with. But at the same time, she has a fan base, or I guess not even a fan base, but a collection of haters and criticizers and people who don't like her and think that she's actually the person that's causing all of the drama and the chaos and the stress. I don't know if she was born in July, but when I saw this July, it just made me think of, duality, pretty much. And the firecracker energy with the 4th of July. But it just kind of made me think of, like, how there's winds and water rushing, but then there's also the sun. So it's like one of those things where they're saying that she presents as really sunny and bubbly and a great personality, but beneath the surface, that she's like emotionally volatile and mean and angry and that kind of thing, and manipulative. So we'll have to see what's the truth. Let's see about her inner nature next. Okay, we have Carriage, a long journey, either physical or mental. Shark, take care or there will be a loss of material wealth. Wishbone coming out sideways, a wish will be granted. Which funny, because on her outer personality, we have a wish will not be granted, but that's coming out in reverse. So that further emphasizes that I forgot about some of these. That's a different pile. Don't listen to me. Because I thought I saw a wish will not be granted come out from, but it must have came out there. I did another reading, don't mind me. So, with the Carriage, Shark, and Wishbone coming out sideways. So they're saying that internally she's one of those people who's dealt with, hard things. Like she's been through things physically, emotionally. Like she's been through some hard journeys, and, she's had to pretty much watch her back with this shark. And so now she wants to take care of herself. She wants to be self-sufficient. She doesn't want to have to need anybody else. I feel like she's trying to work on having a stronger backbone with this wishbone and get all the things that she wants, of course, but make sure that she still is disciplined with her money, that she don't get taken advantage of. People just be using her, all that kind of stuff. We have yoke coming out sideways, feeling tied down or frustrated. Pineapple, reconciliation. Ram, a stubborn, aggressive person coming out sideways. Mice, discord amongst friends or family coming out in reverse. And Valley, deep personal strength and peace that assures success coming out in reverse. So, okay, I'm getting it. The Valley and the Mice, right? Remember, this is about peace and, successfully overcoming your issues and your problems. She does not have a backbone when it comes to friends and family, the people that she loves. She do not know how to tell them when she don't appreciate what they're doing. When, as much as she, is coming out as the Ram, as so-called stubborn, they're saying that it's for the wrong reasons. She actually deals with people being really negative and nasty towards her. Yeah, she may be stubborn and she may be angry at times, but this is after taking on so much shit. She'll let somebody just walk all over her for so long, and then eventually she explodes. And so that's why she's coming out as the Ram sideways, because this is the reason why she becomes emotionally volatile is because she explodes after letting people take advantage of her for so long, because she doesn't have a backbone. She doesn't know how to stand up for herself. She doesn't know how to tell her friends or her family when she don't like what they do and when she has problems with them. She's quick to reconciliate without ever getting, the proper justice for what it is that she felt like was done to her. She's quick to just take an apology and say, oh, it's okay, it's fine. Don't worry about it. It's fine, it's fine, it's fine. Everything it's fine with her, even though beneath the surface, it's not fine. Beneath the surface, she has a very bitter taste in her mouth about these people and these situations that she's been involved in, these people that haven't protected her. And that goes for not only friends, but for family as well. She feels like they always have her weighed down, tied down, like her energy is so heavy internally because she's always feeling frustrated and angry, and she's not processing it. She's just letting all of that anger fester and build up in her body until she explodes. And so it's unfortunate that she goes through these long journeys with this carriage here where she just keeps her emotions to herself and she allows herself to be taken advantage of, and she just walk around looking angry and upset and bitter and just pissed off, and then eventually, boom, your worst nightmare. She becomes your worst nightmare and explodes on you because she's just so tired of being played with. All right, let's see. Driving force behind her wanting a career. Why does she want a career? Rooster, arrogant, boastful person you should not cross. Broken wishbone, a wish will not be granted, coming out in reverse. Dagger, fear, worries, tense situation. So she had family, friends. This rooster is really giving parental energy. Like she had an arrogant, boastful parent that she was not allowed to pretty much talk down to or say anything to. This person pretty much controlled this parent, it feels like, or person, whoever they were, they pretty much control all of her decision making. She never got to do what made her happy, what she wanted, what she wished for. And so her having this career, it feels like with this dagger, is just her continuing that trend, being afraid and worried that if she don't make this person happy and do what they say, by being successful and having a career and all of this great stuff, then that was going to turn out to be problems. So we have Apple, temptation will bite you, coming out in reverse. Success coming out sideways. Grasshopper coming out sideways. Situations in the balance that require careful handling. Bat, take care, enemies are working against you. And fire coming out of reverse. Strong emotion, passionate love or hate. So with this fire coming out of reverse, it was the passionate hate. She had a lot of passionate hate for whoever this person was. Okay, they were like hovering around her, showing up as a bat. Like there was definitely an enemy that was working against her, but they are part of her family. That's what this is. But this grasshopper, like a young grasshopper, like she was their child. This is her mother or her father. And she had to do what they say. Like she had to be very careful about the way that she spoke and did things, because anything that she did that would be perceived wrong, it was going to be consequences. She would get in trouble for doing anything that they didn't like. She couldn't go do what she wanted, no temptation, no anything. Only making choices and decisions that they told her to make, that they felt like was healthy for her and that was going to set her up for success. So the whole driving force behind her wanting a career is that she didn't really want no career. She just wanted to do what made her happy. And they turned something that she was passionate about and that she felt like she wanted to do for creative reasons into something that was a cash cow that she was supposed to make money off of. And the more and more that she had to work and do this for other people's agenda, for other people's reasons, the less she was actually happy about the success and happy about what it is that she was getting. The more tense and anxious she felt about having a career. Like it just, the more she had to do, the more anxious she felt about it, because this is not all that she had signed up for. This is not what she had wished on. And I wished upon a star. I wonder where you are. She did not wish upon a star for this. So it really did bother her that she had to pretty much, since she was a child, since she was a young grasshopper, always had to listen to her parents, who was very arrogant, very boastful, and always telling her that success, money, accolades, all of these things, using her creativity to actually make her some money and not just for her own pursuits, was the focus and what was the most important thing for her to do. And that's not to be worried about anything else but that. Unfortunate. So let's continue on to her. How did she become huge as she did? How did she become Jennie from Blackpink? Vent, reconnection, loan, gaslight, excuse me, secret in reverse, exploitation, apathetic, and obligation. So yeah, she was just forced into it. With this vent, it's like she tried to tell, her mom about everything that she felt like was missing with this reconnection from her life, everything that she didn't have, how money wasn't the be all end all for her, how she didn't really care. Like, it was like she just was venting to her mom and hoping that she would listen and understand that this is not what she wanted. And her mom was like, girl, we need this money. I don't give a what you want. This is going to be great. This is what we need. Like, don't you want your mom to be happy? Don't you want us to have money? Don't you want us to live a better life? Don't you want us to be okay? Like, she was literally gaslighting her, manipulating her, telling her that, you know what I'm saying, that everything that she was going through was good. It says, I will deliberately manipulate your perception of reality until you are doubting your own experiences and memories. Telling her that, stuff she, was going through wasn't so bad. If she felt like she was being overworked, anything that she was venting about in terms of her career early on, her mom was just like, girl, that ain't never happened, or you didn't go through that, or I never treated you this way, or I never forced you to do this, or I never told you to do that. Like, just really heavily gaslighting her and making her feel like she needed to do this because that's what she wanted and that was going to make her so happy. And, oh, I never forced you into this. This is what you wanted, right? So this is all of the hard work that you have to put in. So her mom was just gaslighting her. And with this secret coming out in reverse, it's like she was holding back. Literally says there's something that I'm holding back. She was constantly having to lie and pretend and act like that she was okay. But the secret was that she felt like she was being exploited. She was being taken advantage of for her connections, for her skills, for everything, for her being a great singer, for everything that she had. She was being taken advantage of for these things by family and friends. And even though she spoke about this and she was very cold towards it and she tried to stop it even and put it on pause with this reconnection and try to not have a career for a while and just put it to a break. It was like, no, we need this money. We need this success. We need all this. Like, you have to do this. Like, that's it. Whether it's the pressure from the label, pressure from her family, everybody was just telling her that she was obligated, that she had no choice but to go ahead and do this. And so it was just like her continuing to focus on her obligations, overwork herself, not do what makes her happy, pretend and keep secrets, and just allow herself to be exploited, all the while feeling very cold and apathetic towards everything that she was doing and wanted to work on her own life, right? So she just kept going, all the while she knows she was feeling really apathetic to it. She just did it anyway. And that's how she got big. All right. Early music career struggles. Big favor, love, check-in, career, friendly, and laughter. Oh, of course, classic. People needing favors. All of a sudden, people that was treating her bad, talking about, oh, I love you, I care about you now. I want to be around. I want to like, well, how you been? Remember when we was in junior high school together and I did this to you? Well, I apologize. Whole time it was because I really liked you and I didn't know how to tell you that I had a crush on you. Like, all that type of shit. People just looking for favors, looking for friendships, looking for things that they could get out of her because they see that she, was popping off and she was doing good. And now they want to show the fake love. I got fake people showing fake love to me straight up to my face. Yep, the same people that was laughing behind her back when she was younger, laughing at her, making fun of her, or talking about her, they came around now trying to be friendly because she got a career, wanting to check in, wanting to see if they could latch on to her and get anything out of her in her career. And it was hard for her to really just focus on her career because there was all type of people coming around saying that they got good intentions, but they was playing with her, laughing behind her back. And it's like she might not have known better, and so she was helping them out, giving them favors, letting them use her, letting them abuse her, thinking that they truly loved her, thinking that they was checking in because they genuinely cared, believing in the nonsense. And that was a big struggle when it came to her music career because she was working with people and having people around her that truly didn't really F for her, and that was distracting her from really focusing on her career actually. All right, let's see her personal struggles early on. Distraction, I can't make it up. Revenge, honesty, dishonesty in reverse, greed, perspective, frustrated, and amusement. So her early personal struggles was her naivete because she was being this honest person, being truthful, being real, and she was not able to identify the dishonesty that was around her. It was like she felt like, well, I'm such a good person and I'm so honest. She just couldn't imagine that these people could really be out for revenge on her, that they could just be lying and being false and being fake in her energy, that they trifling as F. Like, yeah, she was dealing with a lot of trifling AF people, all right, that was trying to be distractions and get revenge for whatever perceived wrongs they felt like she did to them, just trying to get back at her because they was haters and they was negative, and the mind that, oh, the evil eye is real. Excuse me, confirmation is a real huge thing that everybody deals with. And so she had all these fake ass people, fake friends coming around looking for revenge, trying to distract her from focusing on her work, trying to get her to spend money on them, do things with them, telling her a bunch of lies, taking advantage of her kindness and her honesty, being real greedy in her energy. Being real greedy. And the worst part about it is with this perspective, it's like she could not see that. She could not see that. She thought that these people was valuing her and that they cared for her and that they wanted her in their life and that they just needed help. They needed a friend. But it was all about greed of what they could get off of her. Financial opportunities, gifts, money, all that. No. But unfortunately, she had the perspective that these people was genuinely coming in to help her. We also have frustrated and amusement. So ultimately, deep down, she was dealing with a lot of frustration because she knew that certain things wasn't right with this amusement, that people was only around because of what they could get, the experiences, the vacations, the partying, the fun, the money, the joy, everything, that she was possibly being laughed at. Once again, with first laughter came out and now amusement came out, that she know that she was kind of a joke to these people and that they weren't taking her seriously. And unfortunately, she was frustrated because they was walking all over her, doing whatever to her, and she did not have the backbone to say anything. She was still taking it very light and lighthearted instead of being honest about the fact that this shit was pissing her off. All right, well, let's see about currently. How does she feel about her group career? Page of Cups, Queen of Cups, the Star, the Sun, the Emperor, the Five of Pentacles, the Tower, and the Ace of Cups. So the Page of Pentacles and the Emperor, she feels like they pretty much have all the control when it comes to being Blackpink and having, all these opportunities and things like that, because the label really supports them. The label really pushes them, puts them on the forefront, and gives them all the opportunities and everything that they need. All the while, though, with this Page of Cups, I feel like she's questioning whether or not that's worth it, whether or not she wants to continue to take these offers from them, whether or not Blackpink should continue to just accept being the golden group and, being treated so fairly and nicely and given all these perks, when ultimately there are other things that are bothering her, right? Because we have the Queen of Cups with the Five of Pentacles. So money is an issue right now, financial security. I don't know if they're dealing with issues with not being given their 100% of their fair share, or if she just feels like having to split the money is just too much now to where she don't have a rainy day fund, a savings. This trash can is all spilled out, and it's like at this point this person is looking for things through the trash, right? So she's like, I've got to be smart. I got to take my emotions into consideration. I can't just simply move off of logic. That's actually illogical. That's not smart to move simply off of logic. You have to be balanced between what's logical, right, and what your ego is telling you, and what you feel and what is right, what feels right in your body and in your, emotional headspace. So she's at that point where it's like, although things have been good as far as them being the golden group and being treated fairly and all their music being pushed, she's still like, well, then where's my money? Why am I still struggling? And why am I still not happy and fulfilled emotionally? Why am I still going through things? Why do I still feel pressure with this Queen of Cups? Why do I still feel like, it's the way how this woman's eye, one of her eyes kind of coming out from under the glasses, and she's tearing apart. It's like she's getting wear and tear on her body, right? She's worn down. She's run down. And I think that says tan, and that's supposed to be like suntan lotion or whatever, but it says tan. But I was thinking of tap. But it was just one of those things where I felt like she's tapping it, with her intuition. And she's like, I don't think that this is really serving me anymore for my highest good. As much as I love the group, as much as I, love doing this, it's actually about time for me to start seeing how I can shake things up in terms of my own stardom with the Star and the Tower. She loves everybody in the group, but everyone's on the same page where they're moving towards doing things on their own, standing in their own personal power. She appreciates the accolades, like everything that it has done for her career with this star here, everything that she has gained, the recognition, the fan base. That's what she more so care about than any damn money, because it seemed like they all struggling with getting their fair share. They all being played with, for the most part, because it's a group venture, and it feels like, when you do a group and a collaboration, you know that you're not in it for the money, you're in it for the camaraderie, you're in it for the music, you're in it for the sisterhood or the brotherhood and what it is that y'all create together, because you're going to take L's financially, you will. So now she, like I said, is trying to do this in a way where it's not creating a bunch of drama. It's not creating a bunch of chaos. She really just wants it to be smooth sailing for her to start moving into her own solo career. And she wants it to be something where everybody is on board, right? With the sun here. Everybody, not just her, all the members of the group, people in society, their fans. She wants everyone, Jennie wants everyone on the same page as far as moving forward, so that way no one feels like anyone's doing anything behind their back or doing anything that they wouldn't like. So she's trying to avoid drama and do something where they all ride off into the sunset, right? Where they all end up getting their wish fulfillment with this Ace of Cups, and they all end up happy, and they all end up getting exactly what it is that they want out of the situation. So she's kind of moving slow to fulfill whatever obligations that they have. Because she don't want to be impulsive and make a wrong decision that comes back to bite anybody in the group in the ass. She's really trying to do it smart, and they all are. I feel like, from what I see in doing all of their readings, they're all trying to do it smart and in a way where it benefits all of them and it benefits the fans. And when they do make their final bow and say goodbye to BLACKPINK the group and move into their separate careers, that we all embrace it and be happy for them and know that there's no beef, there's no hate, there's no drama. It's all love. All right, so that's what I have as far as her group career. I asked about the album that they put out as well. How does she feel about not the album, excuse me, the song Jump that they just put out? Is this a part of this one? I think so. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Nope, it's not. All right, how do she feel about the song Jump that they just released back in July? And, the release of the song, the success, the numbers, all that good stuff. 5 of Cups, King of Cups in reverse, the Justice card, the 3 of Wands, the King of Hazards, and the 9 of Cups. I think it was one of those things where she felt like they rushed it because they were being told that, they were being pressured by whoever this King of Cups is. In reverse, somebody who's all over the place emotionally, who's very impulsive and not really thinking clearly when it comes to his decision making, and he's actually real cold and bitter and nasty towards the girls. He doesn't really treat them kindly or fairly at all. And he was basically saying y'all need to hurry up, because with this King of Hazards, it's like he's looking for the money, he's looking for the stability, the financial abundance that he can make off of these girls, and he's saying that y'all I don't know, it's like y'all. It just feels like there's, something about them being on a stage, being on tour or something. And they're like, y'all need, more music. Y'all need more music to put out there for people. This is about him pretty much protecting his investment and protecting his assets. And he's saying, I need y'all to put this music out and put this song out so that way we pretty much calm everybody down. They need to hear something. With this Justice and 9 of Cups, it's like your fans want to hear from y'all. They want to hear some new music. They've been waiting for long enough. Like, it's been years. Where is the damn new music? So it was one of those things where they felt like they had to rush it because they was being forced to hurry up and come with this new music because whoever this guy was pressuring them and looking for money off of them. He was trying to make some coins off of them. So he was like, y'all gotta hurry up. Y'all been focused way too much on your own self with this 5 of Cups here and your own personal careers and what y'all been doing. And I need y'all to pretty much restore BLACKPINK's image and put y'all back on the forefront and pretty much ease your BLACKPINK fans woes and make them happy again and feel satisfied. So like I said, I think with this 3 of Wands, they felt like they had to just do it impulsively and do it quickly and move on. And so I feel like she feels like, yeah, it's cool. Like, the song is cool. But, with this 3 of Wands and this, these Pentacles cards coming out here with this King of Pentacles and King of Cups, they're basically saying like, yo, we needed that backing. We needed that push in order for it to really, really pop off, in order for it to really be successful, is only because him having his hand in it and putting certain money and putting confirmation with my voice going out, putting certain energy and backing behind it. Like, they needed street cred to make that happen, and Jennie is not lost on that. Like, at the end of the day, I don't like the fact that we needed y'all help in order to do this. Like, we needed y'all to make this work out in our favor. Like, this wasn't fully off of our own merit and hard work, is what she's saying. Other people probably helped to write the songs. Like, this wasn't really what they wanted to do. This was something rushed and just put out, and she doesn't really stand behind it. You understand? Like, she really don't really stand behind that latest single that they put out. And she felt like they needed extra backing from the label in order for it to even kind of pop off and jump off. Like, the numbers might have been fudged, you know? It might not even be real and authentic, is what she's saying. And she's considering that because that's not something that she's used to. All right, let's go ahead and continue. I don't think at all that that's something that she's used to. I think she's used to them actually doing it authentically. And so with her seeing that, you know, it's getting harder and harder and tougher for them to make progress and move forward, she's like, yo, it's got to be a reason. Why is it becoming so difficult for us to really make this work? Maybe it's just time that we stop listening to this guy, whoever this guy is. This now he's showing up as the Knight of Wands. Stop taking his advice. Stop listening to him. Stop doing what he say. Like, maybe it's time to just terminate this partnership with the way this hand is. Like, yeah, it's time to say goodbye to him and move forward. Because ultimately, you know, it's like all he doing is having to fight. Like I said, with the Hierophant, having to fake the numbers to get them on the screen and get them out there. And it's like, if that's what it got to be, then obviously we don't need to do this because we're not creating music. Well, according to the last single, we're not creating music that we stand behind. So what's the point? All right, that's how Jennie feel. But let's see, how does she feel about her solo career? 8 of Cups, 9 of Swords in reverse, 10 of Cups, 2 of Wands, 7 of Wands, and the Page of Swords. That this is the only way that she can actually talk about things that she wants to talk about with the Page of Swords. That is actually a way for her to sneak in little lines and little words in there and let people know about what's going on. So she's saying pay attention, really listen closely to the music that she puts out as far as her solo career, because she talks about the ways that she's been taken advantage of, the ways that she's been bullied. She's putting the target on their back with the 7 of Wands and Page of Swords. Yeah, she putting the bullseye on their back and letting it be known the ways that she's had to go behind other people's back and really do things that she wanted to do regardless of what she was told here with this 2 of Wands, where she couldn't wait for nobody else's street cred, where she just had to do it all on her own, take her own advice, and do what made her happy. Even if it looked crazy to other people. And that's part of why she even has a solo career, is what she's saying. She was giving bad advice and cold advice to walk away from this with the 8 of Cups. Not to even have a solo career, and that she wasn't going to be great on her own, and that musically and creatively she don't have it. Like, her pen game is not really up there, and who's going to help her? Who's going to do this with you? You're going to need help. You're not going to be able to make this all work on your own. But ultimately, this is bringing her happiness, her wish fulfillment. There's no sadness, no stress, no turmoil, nothing associated with this. This is the only thing that has been pressuring her in terms of her solo career, is the bad advice. With this 9 of Swords in reverse, the people that has been poisoning her brain and poisoning her mind. See how this woman is injecting this man the way that she's been poisoned and told to go against what she truly want to do and what she believe in, and to walk away from having a solo career. Well, ultimately, listen, this is bringing her everything with this 10 of Cups. That's her success, her longevity, all the things that's going to, you know, her dreams, her deepest hope and dreams. And it's like really unfortunate that they would think that they could tell her that not to go after that, because I'm glad that, you know, because ultimately it is going to work out for her. And I'm glad that she's not listening and that she's choosing to still believe in it and still, you know, work towards it. Could she be moving a little bit faster with this Page of Swords coming out here? Yeah, they're saying she could be moving a little bit faster. She's kind of dipping her toe in. You see how this person has one foot in the door. They're saying that, yeah, she could move and put both feet in and just evolve and grow and not be afraid to, you know, just stand in her solo career only. But they understand that right now she's moving cautious. She feel like her back is against the wall with this 7 of Wands, and she ain't trying to just be stupid. She know that there's people out there, there's competition, there's other people that's trying to damage her along the way and during the process. So she's got to make smart decisions and move slow and very calculated when it comes to masterminding this plan to get out of this group career and focus on her solo career. So now we can ask about Ruby. Excuse me, I meant to say that was before. But Ruby, how does she feel about her latest album release and the numbers that it did and everything? Temperance, the World in reverse, 2 of Pentacles, Judgment, the 6 of Swords, and the 6 of Cups. This is a very, very beautiful time for her where she feel like, you know, when she looks back on this, which is Two of Pentacles and Six of Cups, she's going to look back on this as a happy memory, as a time where she chose not to allow herself to be on a leash, right? Where she didn't allow herself to be taken advantage of financially and allow somebody to actually go off her path with this world in reverse. She like, this is the confirmation that she was doing the right thing all along. There was no disaster coming. There was no sadness, and this wasn't going to turn out bad. Nothing bad was going to happen. All that those people was telling her was lies. They just wanted her to be stuck and feel trapped. And now she sees that this is angelically guided. Like, this album is doing amazing. Like, it's being judged very beautifully, and it's going to turn out to be a very happy memory for her in the future when she looks back. She's going to be grateful that she didn't wait any longer, and that she took that leap of faith with this temperance, that she believed in herself and put out Ruby and really made that choice to do that. It's like this album is her first baby. She's always going to remember it. She's never going to forget the day that she chose to make the decision to go after what really made her happy. And she feels like Ruby is I don't know if this is her actual first album, but she just feels like Ruby is a complete representation of this new phase of hers, of her fully transforming and surrendering to her divine path here with this temperance and Six of Swords. Like, she's finally doing what makes her happy instead of worrying about judgment and what other people have to say and thinking that everything was, going to collapse. It's all turning out beautifully. And I feel like as far as the reception, she feel like it's being received very well. She loves the number. She loves how everything, how Ruby is doing. Like, she's very happy and proud, and she's excited and looking forward to making some new memories and possibly getting some accolades associated with this album. I don't know if she already has gotten any accolades, but yeah, she's definitely looking forward to seeing the ways that this creates new opportunities and that she's able to really grow and open up a new phase of her life now that she's put this album out. So that's dope. But now let's see about her current struggles, though. What's her current music career struggles? Starting with the group career, we have Earth Angel, Water Elemental, and At Day's End, Rest coming out in reverse. It's starting to get a little bit overwhelming. She doesn't really have with the group career, she doesn't have the time to ground. Her emotions is all over the place. She's noticing that she's kind of bitchy, right? She's noticing that she's not emotionally regulated and she's not in control, and that she's coming off kind of cold or volatile in terms of her emotions, and that she's not really in flow with her mind and her body and spirit. And she feels like this is because of the group career. This is why she's not able to ground and connect with Mother Earth and really protect herself. And she's ready to, get out of this restless energy with this At Day's End, Rest coming out in reverse. She really wants to relax, bring some peace of mind. I gotta find peace of mind. I gotta find peace of mind. Doo-doo-doo-doo. He says it's impossible, but I know it's possible. He says it's impossible without him, but I know it's grabbable. Whatever she said, I can't remember, but it's like somebody told her that it was impossible for her to find this peace of mind, and she's, without this group career, and she's realizing that is cap. That is a lie. That is not true. She can most definitely find her inner peace of mind, and that actually requires her relaxing and putting the group career on a pause and just doing what makes her happy right now so that she can get that stability and really ground herself in reality and not really be so all over the place. All right, what about her personal life? No, her solo career. Sorry, that was group career. We got to do solo career first. Solo career struggles currently. Sun Goddess. I celebrate each sunrise and recognize the healing energies of the sun. Fire Elemental. I ignite the fire within me that connects me to the divine. Release. I release that which does not serve my higher purpose with gratitude and love. And Healer. I am loving and compassionate and able to bring healing to others. It's the anger. Her solo career is her one way of her channeling her sacral energy and getting her anger out and releasing her anger. And they're saying that that's actually holding her back. They want her at a place of healing. The type of music that she's creating is fueled by the stress, the anxiety, the passion, all of the stuff. Remember I told you, we talked about it. She's been feeling angry. She's been feeling cold. And because of the ways that she hasn't really processed her emotions, and she just keeps them all boiled up until she explodes. And they're saying when she explodes and she starts to write this music and all of that stuff, it's reflecting all of that pain. It's reflecting all of that sadness, all of that hurt. And they want her to get out of that cold, bitter energy. They want her to release it so that she can start making some healing music, some music that's positive as far as ushering her into a new phase. Stop talking about breakups. Stop talking about past lovers. Stop talking about the way you've been taken advantage of. You like, let all of that go. It's time for you to usher into a phase where it's loving and it's compassionate and it's talking about self-love and positivity and making yourself happy and being at peace, vacationing, or just more positive topics they want her to get to towards her music. And so her struggles right now is really letting go of all of that anger. They want her to let that shit go, release it to the sun. Like, let that sun heal her. She needs that healing vibration and that healing energy on her. She needs to go out in the sun and just sun gaze and let that shit, just bring that warmth, knock that warmth into her body. Like, she just feels really cold on a physical and emotional level, and they want her to bring that warmth to her body. And that means letting go of all that anger, because it's not manifesting as good fire. It's manifesting as negative fire. It's manifesting as turmoil, anger, arrogance, aggression, all of these bad things. And it's also reflected in her music, as her music being very much for those when they're, when you still stuck in the past and you still angry about a breakup and you in that angry phase of a breakup and you really just want to say F that, F that dude. And like, it's that kind of like vibe, what's that song? You gonna make a hoe out of me. Yeah, you gonna make a... Because I just heard you gonna make a hoe out of me. Jasmine Sullivan, Pick Up Your Feelings, I think. It's that kind of music that she's making. And they telling her that she needs to release those type of love songs and start doing something more positive and healing that actually might embrace a new love coming in. Like, open yourself up to love, girl, so that you can get something positive and let go of the past, and you don't have to still keep mirroring all of the anger and the hurt and the pain. Like, start listening to positive shit and making positive music that reminds you that you are capable of love and worthy of love, and that you can have everything that you want. It's just time for her to out with the old and in with the new. All right, let's see about her personal struggles. Your own path, sacred space, a nurturing heart, and heart chakra. So it says, I follow my own unique path with courage and strength. So she's struggling with going down a unique path, doing what makes her happy, even if it means disappointing her family, her friends, the other band members, disappointing whoever, even fans. It's really all about her doing what is uniquely set out for her to do here on this earth, going after her soul mission, even if it makes other people uncomfortable, finding a sacred space within herself, because she don't have it right now. She don't feel like there's people that she could really trust with being her most authentic self with. She don't trust people who she really is. She don't find security and contentment in the people that's around her. Like, they don't give her that peace of mind. They just don't. And so she's looking for that sacred space, that peace of mind. Can't make it up. We have a nurturing heart mother. So just going back to the beginning about the boastful, arrogant person. So her mother could be the one that's really boastful and arrogant and doesn't provide her with that protection that she's looking for. And it says, I am a protective spirit and reach out to all life with love and compassion. So she's struggling with moving from a heart space and a heart chakra and being loving and compassionate and being a nurturing person, like she really is. She truly is at her core and at her heart, but she's struggling with that because she's not receiving it. And now she's in a very cold, bitter energy where it's just like, F love, I'm tired of trying. My heart big, but it keep crying. Or whatever. Who was that? Was that Tiger? Whatever Tiger said. Because that was Deuces, right? Yeah, so Deuces. She's really chucking up the Deuces right now. And she's in one of those phases where she is just bitter and cold towards everybody. She is in her villain arc. She is in her villain era. Okay, she in her whole face, her villain era, all that good stuff. Her red hair face, everything that you want to call that. Yep. And she is struggling to move from a space of her heart chakra. It's just F everybody else. Like, she's just doing whatever makes her happy, but to an extreme, to where even her ancestors is telling her, don't forget that you are still a loving, kind person. Like, don't let how people have treated you in the past change you. All right. So that's what's going on with her right now personally. Let's see about love. What is she looking for in a love partner? We have the golden mirror, the butterfly, Cupid's arrow, backstabbing, engagement ring, and coffee cup. So she wants somebody who she want to be struck by love, literally. She want to be hit by Cupid's arrow, somebody who she just meet and is love at first sight, and they just feel so great together, and they could always talk. And she wants somebody who they are inseparable at the hip, just so head over heels, obsessed and in love with each other that they'll be just making out in public, like public PDA, all that good stuff. Like, she don't, like, this person is willing to do whatever. She wants somebody who do not care about paparazzi snapping pics, like all that stuff, who's really going to enjoy every moment with her, who's going to really fully embody the experience of being in love, who's going to go all in, even if it looks cheesy. Like, she the type that would want to go to the mall and do the little mall photo shoot with one person is standing on the other back. Like, she's that kind of person deep down when it comes to love. So she wants something that is very much out of the movies, all right? And very much like love at first sight. We also have engagement ring and the butterfly. So someone who is going to marry her, who's going to help her to forget about her past and evolve and grow from all of the shit that has happened in the past, because it'll be all worth it. You know, like I found my soulmate and I married them and we went to like a higher level of commitment. Like, we have a true union. So she just wants someone who's going to make all of her past heartbreak and pain worth it. Like, who's going to make her want to let that shit go and evolve and grow, you know. And that's a little toxic, you know, but at the same time, it's not, because everybody wants someone to make them forget about their past. Everybody wants someone that's going to heal their inner child and help them to release all of the shit that they've been through in the past. And then lastly, we have the golden mirror and backstabbing. So she wants somebody who, if you ask me what I get from this golden mirror, right? Not that she necessarily wants, not a narcissist, but the love bombing part, right? She wants someone who is not going to be so self-absorbed and one-sided. She wants someone who is willing to shower her with gifts, shower her with, you know, gifts and jewelry, and always tell her how much they love her. Like, really express their feelings and be vocal about it, and not be afraid to put her on that pedestal in the same way that she would be willing to put that person on the pedestal, right? And with this backstabbing, I feel like they're not, you know, obviously she wants somebody who's not going to deceive her or backstab her or cause her any more heartbreak and pain. But I think what she's saying is, which this could be considered a little bit narcissistic, but she wants somebody who don't have a past. She's like, yo, I don't want somebody who got an ex that might come back around and, you know, surprise and shot. Like, I don't even want to hear about your past love. Don't tell me about your exes, because it don't even matter. I don't want to know about it. Don't tell me your past is your past. My past is my past. Let's leave that where it's at and keep pushing and keep moving forward. Like, because it's just like, you know how you find out that your person had an ex, and it's like, ew, why did you have to have an ex? You should have just been single until you met me. Like, it's one of those kind of little funny, lighthearted, but, you know, not too toxic, but, you know, a little toxic type of situation where she's like wishing that she could find somebody who she's like their one and only love. Like, they ain't never loved another person as much as they loved her, or never had nobody from their past that matters as much that they would ever want to think about or go back to. That's funny. All right, what has she dealt with in love in the past? Paradise, talking, soulmates, healthy choices, hammer, and abundance. So in terms of love in the past, she's very googly-eyed. Excuse me, confirmation. Definitely deals with the love bombing. So she gets that. She be getting the love bombing with a person in the beginning. They be talking. They be like soulmates. She be thinking this person, they got a soul contract, that they're her past life lover. Like, they gonna be her forever love partner. They in paradise. He's so interested. They talk all day, talking more and more and more. It all starts off so good. And then boom. Healthy choices, hammer, and abundance. Oh, I gotta focus on my work. I gotta focus on my money. I gotta focus on my own self-care. I gotta focus on my life. I don't think I'm gonna be able to work on this, you know, but I'll come back around. Maybe in the future we could work on it. Maybe in the, like, just people that don't want to be persistent, that's constantly sabotaging the relationship. I think with this hammer, she also deals with a lot of on and off, on and off, on and off. Where it's like 1 minute we working on it, the next minute we not. 1 minute we working on it, the next minute we not. You know, because it's hard for her to find somebody new. So she'll rather just keep, because, you know, she'd be so stuck in the past. She'll rather just deal with someone that she already dealt with. Yeah, she'll go back to her ex from freaking sixth grade. Like, you know what? Instead of me meeting somebody new, let me see if that old friend that I have from 6 years ago who liked me, maybe we could work. She likes to use her friends, you know, to end up becoming partners, or past lovers to become back partners with. And she thinks that that's better for her health and that she's making better decisions. But ultimately, it's not helping her. She's not learning the lessons with this abundance. Like, she's just constantly dealing with karma, going back to the same old karmic lessons when she's supposed to be evolving and growing and getting her abundance and getting somebody who truly loves her. But no, she just keeps, like, with this positive mindset, she keeps keeping a positive mindset about old people and old people that she chose. And so she'll keep going back to old friends like, oh, you know what? I remember when me and this person used to talk all the time and they were so sweet to me and they were so nice to me. Maybe that'll be a good choice. You know, maybe that person will turn out to be the right one and be my lover. Maybe it's like she's just... it's unfortunate. She just really, really wants love. And so she'll, you know, the moment that somebody immediately love bombs her from the beginning and shows her a little bit of sweetness and kindness and goodness, she believes in them and she puts them in that spot and she feel like that's going to be the person forever. And all the while, like, the person don't feel the same way. The person is still, even though she's locked down on one, they still exploring their options. They still trying to see if they made the right decision or should they work on it with somebody else. I still need to work on me. I still need to work on my money, my life. Like, these people be needing a lot. They be very needy and they don't be having their shit together. And they be knowing it. But they'll come around love bombing and then after the fact be like, oh, well, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to do all that. I didn't mean to come on so strong to make you feel like I was going to be around forever when I knew I was only here for a good time and not a long time. Like, it's bullshit. Excuse my language, but it's real bullshit. Like, people really be playing around with her and tricking her, you know, when it comes to love. Like, they will really make it seem like they want everything with her, but then go back to somebody from their past or just play her and, you know, constantly want to be on and off, so that they can still be sowing their royal oats and exploring their options. All the while she's being dedicated with these healthy choices, always being so persistent and trying to work on it with them. Never stepping outside of the relationship, never cheating. Like, it's crazy. She might engage in a conversation, talking to other people, but she's not about to physically do nothing. Even if they want a break, she'll still be dedicated to that person. Even when she's supposed to be single and free to do whatever she wants, she'll still rather just wait on a past person. That's crazy. All right, let's see. What's her current love blockage? Self-indulgence, wedding rings, not enough, not today, death, and twin flames. Her current love blockage is that she don't see her self-worth. She don't see her value. She don't see her self-indulgence, and then it's not enough. She's always sabotaging herself. She's dealing with a lot of frustration, lack of confidence, like we already talked about. All of those things we already talked about, those are her love blockages, because she's not dealing with them. She's not acknowledging them with this not today coming out here. She's not dealing with it. She's still rather just be angry and upset and be a man eater. That's it. Remember, she came out as the Queen of Cups. The lady was eating brains, and now this one is eating blood. Like, that's it. She just want to be out. You know, she's a maniac on the floor. Like, she really out there being a maniac when it comes to love. You know, she don't put an end to thinking that she's about to get married and do the wedding rings and the twin flame and all that. That's her blockage. She put an end to believing in that. Right now, she's just showing her royal oak. She on her whole face. She's sleeping around. She's partying. She's having, but she's doing whatever she wants. And to be honest, she might not even be sleeping around, because it might just be fucking nigga. To be honest, excuse my language. Do you got money for me? Do you got something for me? Like, what are you offering me? But otherwise than that, like, nah, she might not even be. So let's just clarify, because I feel like she's putting love in the past. Like, is she even like sexually active right now? Because it feels like, you know, it's either that she's just sowing her royal oats like how the other people, the people that have, she's either reflecting what people have done to her in the past, or she's completely abstinent. So let's see. Is she abstaining from sex? Is Jennie from BLACKPINK abstaining from sex currently right now? Uplift your spirit, easy to do light work. Yes, trust your feelings, fulfill your heart's desire, and then know the sun sets, it's time to conclude. So yeah, she is. But they're saying with this know that it's about to be time to conclude, guys. She might be meeting somebody sooner than what she could think. I did pull some future predictions for her. So they saying that, yeah, she's been on a celibacy journey. Actually, she has been abstaining from sex. She's already did a whole phase. Okay, thank you. Like, she already did that. She's abstaining. You know, she already went through her dark night of the soul type thing. Like, she's already done that. Right now, she's just abstaining and choosing to focus on what makes her spirit happy. Doing her vacation and enjoying life. Like, a man is like the least of her concerns right now. She's setting up boundaries and walls when it comes to that, because she don't want no snakes in her energy at all. Good to know. All right, so let's see really quick about dating rumors, because a couple people asked me these, and I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna just ask you real quick. Somebody asked me, was her and somebody named Nico Hagara dating or in a relationship? So was Jennie and Nico Hagara ever dating? I know she's not dating right now, so no. Nope, she was never dating him. They was never having nothing. They might have had a couple drinks, went out as friends and hung out, you know, after working on something together or whatever it is that they was doing. But nah, she ain't never had no relationship with this man. Kept it strictly business. All right, what about G-Dragon? Because somebody said, like, multiple people kept commenting on G-Dragon videos saying that they think Jennie from BLACKPINK is Jennie. Was Jennie and G-Dragon ever yes. Okay, yeah, they were. Jennie and G-Dragon were going together. And okay, and it says wisdom supports you, roots go deep. So that means that she is the person that he was dealing with the on again, off again with. The older woman. It is Jennie. That's crazy. Danger lurks, best to retreat. So, wait. So then if that's the case, then I have to do a relationship on G-Dragon. I have to do a video on G-Dragon and Jennie's relationship to clarify who was the one who was treating who bad. Or was this just forced? Because I don't understand. He was basically saying that, he wants to continue to do the on. I mean, he wants to continue to be with this person. He's not ready to leave them in the past, from what I was seeing. But then, according to the cards, what it was saying about Jennie is that she was looking to still be around. So, I got to do a video on these two and their relationship to see what's going on. But just give me one card for the current state of their relationship right now. Earth Elemental, I gratefully accept the abundance the earth bestows upon me. Bro, they are it feels like they put things to rest. They're on a break right now with this Earth Elemental, where they outside and they both doing what it is that they want to do. But ultimately, they still find abundance with each other. They still feel rooted. They still feel like they can't survive without each other. They still need each other. So she still want to go back with Date coming out here. She still want to go back to dating him because she feel like that's her soulmate with this Hierophant. She really believed that ultimately they're going to work it out. But with this bread coming out sideways, it's just a period of them focusing on their money and, him trying to get his things going on, working on his abundance and all that. And that eventually he's going to come back and be a fair man to her. I'm seeing September coming out sideways. Bro, I don't know if they recently met up in September. It's September right now. What am I talking about? Oh, my God. March to September. So maybe this started all back in March and they saying that this is going to come to an end in September. So between March and September, they was on a hiatus. They was on a break. They wasn't speaking. But she's going to be coming around talking about, she needs some information with this Vine. She's going to be looking, find some sort of reason to come back and talk to him. That's crazy. And he's just now getting to a point of being happy and moving forward and things like that. And she about to come back around to talk to him again because she feel like that's her soulmate and husband and she can't move on forward from him either. So she feels stuck. Oh, wow. So we'll do a reading on those two relationship probably in the next week or two. So look forward to seeing that come up. But I do see that, with this Hierophant, ultimately she feel like that's her man. That is her man. She is not trying to hear nothing. All right, so let's do the future predictions and we will close it out. I can't make it up with him taking a vacation physically or mentally. She's trying to go on a vacation with him and see if they can, spark things up again and talk and work it out. All right, so the first future prediction I had was January and Archway. So January came out sideways. It says new opportunities, possibilities, and paths opening. So in January, I think that's when, oh my God, y'all, that makes sense. That makes sense. Yes, burnout, not caring your drive dies quickly. I just put the deck on that, burnout. That's what I thought. So January is when G-Dragon got sick of her shit. Excuse my language. January is when he really starts, I don't know, something she did where he was just like, you know what? I feel like this is a new chance for me. Like, this is a new year. I could start over. I don't got to keep this girl in my life. It was like, but January was the start of a new year and a new opportunity for G-Dragon to move around. But with this, being the card for her future prediction for the next 6 months, this is telling me that she's going to try to reopen up a pathway that he tried to close up at the beginning of this year, possibly back in March. Because, March came out here, but at the beginning of this year, he said, you know what, I got to do something different, G-Dragon. I got to make better decisions. And in March, they completely was cut off. September, now, this month, she's trying to come back around and have a conversation with him to open things up and see if they can have a new opportunity. This ain't even over the next 6 months. This is right now. She's trying to have this conversation to get back on his good graces so that by the new year starting over again, the new January coming up, they in a new phase where everything is good. Where there's new possibilities for them to be together and move forward. So that's crazy. But, I do have to take it literally. They are saying that in January, she's going to have some new business opportunities, some new business ventures, some new things going on. So look forward to Jennie talking to us about new things that she's creating in January 2026. All right. The next one we have is Spear, heartache over what you no longer have. So they saying she's going to be a heartache. Good. This ain't going to work out in her favor. In the next 6 months, she's going to still be heartbroken because she's not going to get the man back. G-Dragon is not coming back. She's going to be hurt that she lost him completely and for good. This relationship is ended for certain. The past is in the past and he's not going back. September is just going to be her reaching out and trying to have a conversation to see if they can take a vacation and get back on the same page. But I don't see that working because we have Elephant in reverse coming out next. That's all about a journey that leaves you wiser at the end of it. They're saying that this is about to be a lost cause. This journey that she's about to go on with trying to get back on the same page with him and work this out is not going to end well. Everything that they've been through, their whole relationship journey is coming to an end. It is over. It can no longer continue. And over the next 6 months, she's going to have to deal with permanent endings and accepting that she's going to be losing certain things permanently, and it was for a reason, and it's time for her to move forward with this archway. She has to move forward with her life. I can't make it up with the last card being will. So it says indecisiveness, allowing your life to ramble aimlessly. So she might be really, really struggling, right, with indecisiveness and just letting her life ramble on because she wanted to end up back with G-Dragon, and that's not going to be the case. And she's going to be still not focused on what it is that she's supposed to be doing as far as creating her own happiness and abundance. The shadow work, the healing. She still, the wheel, remember the wheel. Chakra, Sanskrit. Chakra means wheel in Sanskrit, you guys. So this is all about her not having her chakras aligned and balanced. And it's still going to continue that way over the next 6 months if she don't take control and start doing the shadow work and the healing. So that's what I have as far as Jennie from BLACKPINK. Full breakdown of, you know, her rise to fame to what she's currently going through now and some future predictions. So I hope that you enjoy. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Make sure to like, subscribe to the channel. Love you guys, and I will catch y'all on the next one.